Hello, Chantal. Hello, Eric. Thank
Hi.
you for being here. We're in Florence. You're about to play tonight. And we're very happy to meet you. And we want to know all about you, your career, where you come from, where you are, where you're going as a solo artist and as an artist very, very generous with other artists. Everything. Up to you.
Well, that's a big question.
It is.
Let's see. So I've been traveling a little bit through collaborations. I think that's my. I didn't know it was never meant to be like that, but I think these collaborations really helped me finding myself in music, and I try not to think about styles or like a specific genre. I'm really looking for like a certain personality, and it's mainly a personality. Sometimes I'm looking for somebody who has like some edge and is confrontating. He is in a way sometimes.
He's your edge sometimes?
Yeah, he definitely is. Yeah, and also like depth, because I'm also a little bit like a crazy, yay, let's have fun person, and I need both. So sometimes I try to find that in people, but it can be basically anything. Sometimes I try to find harmony. Like with Bill Frisell, for example. For me, that's like a very soft collaboration, as if he dances with me the whole time. So it really depends on what I'm looking for at the moment. And I'm such a fractured person with so many different layers. And maybe that's why I try to find different people to work with. Yeah.
You like to surf on several styles, several attitudes of the other musicians too.
Yeah.
And that defines who you are as a solo artist too.
Yeah, too, like a part of it. Because I know now because I've been doing this now for 20 years, I think. And I know now that it's not so easy to place me in a box musically. And that's a good thing and a bad thing sometimes. But I also know that I'm very stubborn sometimes. If I feel that I have to do something a certain way, it doesn't matter with who I work or if I'm alone, then I really want it to be like that. So it really depends on the moment. I'm a moment person, I guess. Yeah. Am I right? Because you know me really well.
She's always right. That's good, huh?
That's really good.
Next question. No, how is it to deal with such a stubborn person?
And support her and be her edge, her depth.
It happens in the mix, I guess. I mean, it is just a natural, if that's the word, a logical, if that's the word, self-evident expression of who we are and what our temperaments are, I guess. And sometimes we annoy each other because she wants to be light, and I'm like, yeah, you're really light again. And you know, it's a constant. It's also a dance. It's not a dance that she described as with Bill Frisell. I think it's a bit more bumpy. Because I'm also, I also have my personality. I'm also not so agreeable. I'm not somebody who always says, yes, good. I'm somebody who can really say, well, I don't understand what you're talking about or something, and I really don't understand. Or if something is like, I can get very specific with words or something, or when somebody's trying to explain me something and I'm like, I get lost in the words. I'm like, no, this is not. I don't understand. Or so we both have our personalities, you know. So how is it to support that? I think it's always 100% easy in the music.
Good, because that's a language.
That's the most important anyway. And in sometimes it's remarkable or funny or like that you can, once the music starts, we both go, and then we meet somewhere in the air, and that's always like that. I think I can speak for both of us.
Yeah.
And then I can see in that world how both our forces combine, where it's more an energy, it's not ideas. And so I think for us, the more we are just the energy of it, the better it is, because we are both very specific. And
you become a creative force together.
Yeah. And of course, in terms of supporting her process and her work and her music, I'm well aware that I'm playing her music tonight. It's not mine, so it's basically her creation. Chantal gives anyway a lot of space to anybody that collaborates, although she knows what she wants, or let's go that way. She knows what she doesn't want.
That's well said.
Yeah, and then there is a lot of room to fill in, and she likes a lot of things. So I mean, I have to. No, that would be like I was going to say. I have to play the first thing on a new song that she says, "Oh, I don't like that," but that's not completely true. That would be like 100%. But actually, basically, in general, it's like, "Oh, I like this," and even to the point that I'm sometimes, don't be so fast liking it. I'm still looking for things, but I think it's genuine for her to be welcoming.
Flows.
Yeah, she welcomes a lot of information, and I think also because it has to do with the songs are already there, and they are like a car or a spaceship, and it's already made, and so you cannot break it.
And the fun thing is, like in the past, I think 2 years or something, because we've been working together for 9 or 10 years. And we're also in a relationship, so we've been like together a lot. But it was always in my project that he was playing drums, or like very sometimes me being invited in his world, which is quite different than what I do. But now lately we had to make something together. We made a new score for Koyani Skatsi, the movie. And we realized that because then there was not like one person just pulling the whole project. It was really making something together from scratch. And that worked so well. And that was quite surprising. I thought, okay, if we're going to do this, and it was an intense project, how is this going to work? And it did. For me, that was quite an eye-opener, because in that way I don't work with people a lot from scratch. I don't do that, because I create when I'm really alone, when I just shut off from the world. I'm not there anymore, and I go to my little safe space. That's when I write the songs. So normally I don't do that with people. That's really intimate in a way. So it was nice to be able to do that. Yeah.
Because you're very open, you're open to everything. It comes as he said. So
yeah.
The more time goes by, the more your energy between you and him flows in a very strong and natural way.
We hope.
Now you're touring Italy, so you're touring. You're very popular in the whole of Europe, but tell us how much you love touring in Italy.
How much do we love
a
Italy?
lot.
It's a TripAdvisor 9.5 on 10. We are enjoying like almost 100% of it, which is saying a lot. We didn't do now in this trip. We stayed quite north, and we went the furthest we went down to the south was Terrano. So obviously we didn't see all of Italy on this trip. It's so beautiful. And springtime, I guess it's a good season also to visit. It's not too hot and all that stuff.
And the audience. For me, that's a big difference. I think I was mentioning this in Parma when we played there. In Belgium, where we live, I sometimes have the feeling that I am, with all my emotions, I'm too intense for people, even on a stage, that I overwhelm them with everything that I feel when I'm playing or singing. And I don't have that here. It feels as if I'm normal, which is really nice for a change. I'm like, okay. And there's some kind of raw, like, realness in the audience. Afterwards, after the concert, is really, makes me really happy.
But the very last questions. The set list is based on the whole of your career, musical career. You just
a little bit, huh? I guess.
Yeah, for this duo tour, because normally most of the concerts we play is with the full band, which is a 5-piece band. It's a little bit different. We play some of the songs that come out of a project we have together with Chris Ekman, which is called Distance, Light and Sky. There are 1 or 2 songs from that album or those albums. So it's kind of digging into the repertoire, I think, and while we were doing the tour, like after concert 2 or 3, we started to add an old one, like from 8 years ago, that we didn't play for 8 years, that I'm enjoying a lot to play again,
me too.
actually.
Surprise.
And so I think it's definitely a good idea to look at it that way for the future also, to have like a songbook that we can, and especially with 2, we can, if you can play them, I can play them too, you know. It's not like, what is the bass? Does he have the right notes? You know, it's easy to do it as a duo, because Chantal just plays her songs and I'm doing my thing, you know.
I still have to check, because I most of the time don't know what I'm playing, so I have to check the old songs.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we're happy that you're here. We thank you very much, Chantal and Eric, and we'll be waiting for you even next year with new materials.
Coming up.
With pleasure.
Thank you.
We really want to play. We are happy to play more in Italy. It's a real pleasure, actually. Really. I know people say that a lot, and you're the best public, but it's not a childish thing. We really feel like we can make a connection, and it's a real pleasure. Yeah.
And we'll be waiting for you.
Yes.